Hello everyone, it's Joe. Real quick message here right at the front. While we were recording, we had some technical difficulties, and unfortunately, we lost about the last 30 minutes of Dace's audio. So later on in the episode, you're going to notice him being uncharacteristically quiet. Our backups that we had in place to catch that stuff failed, and we've now instituted a few new ones just to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen. Sorry about that. We're going to do our best not to let it happen again. But yeah, just so you know, and on to the show. All right, welcome back. Welcome back to Greenbox Gaming. Thank you, Dace, for that little for our VOD watchers. It's two middle fingers from Dace, one of my wonderful players, Dace, playing Benji.
We said we were going to be serious
today.
This time.
Yes,
I'm feeling spicy. John Luke is sleep deprived as hell, and Brad is just Brad.
he's just doing his own thing.
And you just got the intro out the way in one fell swoop. Never been so efficient.
Well,
Next
yeah.
song. Let's charge in. Let's go.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, we've also got Brad playing Hank and Jean playing Benedict.
Hi.
So one of the things that we were talking about ahead of time is, Jean last time was in the middle of a transatlantic flight, and which apparently makes it difficult to record a podcast. Which
I'm the asshole.
Sorry. I will reiterate is a cop-out. But now, there was one thing we did the little Q&A session, and man, we had it on the docket. I had it on the list, and we just never got around to shitting on Jean enough while he was gone. So I think we probably need to pick some of that up this episode.
Are you going to front load it while I'm here? That's awkward.
No,
That's revolutionary.
Yeah, well, I think it's
called a roast.
and the thing is and Jean, I know, has enough self-loathing that he can join in.
Mm.
So it's we can really lean into that.
This is a weird idea you've got.
Yeah.
The funniest
I do
part
like
of that...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was going to comment on Jean's...
actually,
You know what I'd like to go too.
I was just going to comment on Jean's incredible mic stand for his tiny
You haven't even seen the half of it.
microphone.
I'm going to remove the blur, and you're going to see. We were talking about Legos. It's a Lego. It's a Lego speedo.
It's a Lego!
on a wine purifier thingy, and thank you to all our patrons.
Pleasant surprise.
That is... We're really going out of our way. I think it is an upgrade from the water bottle.
Yeah,
So,
it's got like 4 degrees of freedom. I'm not going to do it right now because it might break.
Fair.
Did you use the Patreon money to buy that Lego, sir?
In theory, but
That was
I'm
not
gonna
an
have to
authorized
submit
use
receipts.
of the.
I'll send you the receipts.
Okay, we'll
Joe.
talk about that.
It's wildly irresponsible of you. Where's my Lego?
How you guys doing? How's everyone doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm at the end of my rope, physically and mentally.
Yeah, I've just got the
Okay.
mentally thing.
Yeah.
At the end of the rope, mentally.
Yeah, Dace. We're recording this a little later in the day because Dace is just doing some back-breaking work all morning for a friend of his in the Mississippi heat, which is not great.
That's the real killer. It wasn't even labor intensive. It's just the fucking humidity. John knows. Tell him, John.
Yeah, I'm happy bundled up in my scarf right now.
Yeah,
I don't want to
back
run.
I thought
out.
you were- I thought you were talking about that weird rash you were talking about before we went on air.
Oh, well, that's physically draining as well, obviously.
Yeah, literally, it's just a liquid keeps
Oh,
seeping out.
no.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
I-
No.
I'm ready
I
to move
will
on.
mute you, sir.
But it's all right. As the liquid seeps out,
No!
I bring the liquid back in, so it replenishes.
It rubs
My
the liquid
gosh.
on its
All
skin.
right.
Or else it gets the rash.
That's what
let's blame that on
WebMD
Brad.
tells you to do. So you've been
So
doing,
we're
doing
gonna-
good.
we're gonna change gears here. There's something I've wanted to mention for a few episodes, but I just kept forgetting. You guys know when you guys destroyed the lion, and you got some sanity back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to fight hard for that.
Yeah, you did.
That was for the
because
little one,
part of the
right?
yeah, and for the game, in the game, if once you destroy the unnatural, it gives your characters that semblance of control that then reasserts itself as, like psychological power gain. But someone did bring up something very interesting. One of our I think they're one of our Patreon subscribers. They commented, because it's the same name, and it commented on one of the YouTube videos, which is I think they should get sanity. The name is a Kagan, I think, is what I'm going to say. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. Which is, I think they should get sanity for killing Benji, as he has read the King in Yellow and is therefore now an unnatural creature. They should just remember they have a big sack of sanity walking around with them.
I like this. I like the way you think. Thank you.
Also,
This is a genius.
Right?
All right, Kagan. I think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna kill Benji this episode.
But it's like,
Sacrifice yourself for the greater good.
Well, it's one of those things, like, it's, I don't know if we ever really thought that anybody was going to listen to this, but, like, getting stuff like that from the community, it's just, like, so funny. Like, I
love it.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Kagan?
Yeah, it's,
I think it's pronounced Kagan.
it's what is it? Caegn.
Noise.
I don't know how to say it. Kagan, that's what I went with.
So I've got a bone
anyway.
to pick. Are we bringing court in
With
session?
Kagan?
No, not with Kagan.
Are we doing...
Kagan's my friend.
What did he do to you?
I listened back
we
to
doing
just get
rules
myself
court?
up to speed with our last episode, and as it turns out, we're getting paid. We're getting paid, and Marcus is not getting paid. And we try to hush it up that Marcus is not getting paid. And I'm curious, how exactly does Delta Green pay us, and where do those standard purchases go in my inventory slots?
Okay, that was for flavor.
Oh, sure it
Damn.
is.
I thought if he was going to go with it, I was just going to bring up every joke we made and try to hound Joe about how do we make this real. It's canon because we joked about it.
Yeah, I think that traditionally, well, you think about it in the game that you guys are currently playing, part of the whole thing about Michael Witwer being investigated by the DEA was that he basically embezzled a bunch of money from them. Mm-hmm. And I think it was Dace who said something to the effect of, well, I think that's just him taking money for Delta Green stuff, because that's how you pay for Delta Green operating. Was it not you?
I don't think so.
Okay, whoever it was. It's one of these
It
other
was
jokers.
me.
Okay. So
I
it was
said
Jean.
it.
Jean said the good thing. And, but yeah, but it's like the idea that, you are basically doing this job. There's one of two reasons that someone does Delta Green, or becomes and stays a Delta Green agent. Either they've completely got your arm twisted, they have something on you and they're forcing you to help them. And,
Really?
Well, I mean, but that's not a very good way to maintain a really useful agent, but they can
That
have
sure
your...
is interesting, though, for character building.
Yeah, they
I
can...
didn't even know that was an option.
Well, I mean, they can have your nuts in a vice, and maybe you don't want to work for them at all, but they're just like, nope, you know what's going on, you've seen something unnatural and survived it, you're going to help us, or we're going to tell the world about your thing. And
Joke's on them. I'm going to make a character that likes having their nuts in a vice. Little CBT.
Cognitive-based
Not-
therapy?
Let's move on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what my mind went to.
Yeah.
That's not what that is.
I think the therapy you've been getting is different. I think you need to
check
You need to check
your doctor's
You need to check
But
that.
it's
How
real
much have they
cheap,
been
though.
charging you?
check the credentials.
What?
Oh,
Do
it is
they-
cheap.
Heavily discounted.
Yeah, do they have a certification on the wall or something, or you just
Like a best citizen award and a plaque?
yeah. Well, are you guys ready? You guys want to jump back in?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So last time, it has been a little while, but last time we left off after the team having moved from, not permanently, but having traveled to Las Vegas to track down some of the stuff about Micheal Witwer, this Agent Vega from V-Cell. You guys arrived in Vegas, kind of set up your base camp, and you reached back out to Marcus. You surveilled the house a little bit, this Ophelia Sitri, and one of the things you guys have come to the conclusion is that Ophelia Sitri is not just adjacent to this, she is involved, and not just involved with Vega. You guys, she was, I believe Hank witnessed her in Barbas's house. You guys have a picture of her from like 70 fucking years ago that was in that strange pile of papers in his house as well. You guys know she's involved, but she was under surveillance by the DEA because they're trying to find Micheal Witwer. There's this huge kind of probe going on to try to track him down. You guys reached out to Marcus, having really come to the realization we are not working for Delta Green. We need to reestablish contact. You guys reached out to Marcus. That went really well. You got him in. You got them there in Vegas with you. And you then got him to run some stuff up the flagpole as your handler. And when he did, some pieces started to move. The machinery of Delta Green. I won't say you guys got a pretty extreme response, which is that you not only did you get like a response at all, but the head of C-Cell, Agent Charlotte, who Marcus described to you as like a bit of a legend, showed up and basically personally received a brief from you guys. You guys, you were very cautious about what you shared. You wanted to be very careful. And I was listening back to the last episode that we played, and it was Jean as Benedict was one of the things that he had said was, we need to make sure that we don't tell these people that we've been corrupted, but also that we're still valuable. There was that idea of like, we need to make sure they know we're valuable so they don't kill us, basically. So they don't eliminate us. And Marcus agreed. You met with Charlotte, and throughout that meeting, one of the big things at the end of it, you received some information, and you were assigned, you found out that V-Cell was working on an operation called Operation Mercy. They were to observe and kind of see what was going on with Agent Exeter, Dr. Barbas. But then they disappeared. You guys have been assigned to now Operation Mercy 2, which is where you are to look into Ophelia Sitri, determine the nature of the unnatural, and contain it, which is something you guys were kind of going to do anyway. Furthermore, you were told that if you find anyone from V-Cell, you need to either contain them, but preferably you need to return them to Delta Green so that Delta Green on high can deal with them and debrief them and whatever they need to do. One of the big things that kind of came to that meeting, too, as you guys were dismissed, was that the DEA surveillance on the Sitri house magically was sent elsewhere. So you guys now have a window of opportunity. So we left off with you guys there at the Sitri house. You were observing it. You had heard the sound of like heavy construction equipment inside the house, which is really odd. But now it's late at night. It's probably about midnight. You guys, I believe, have in your possession, you guys are like all tacked out. Like you guys are like ready to go. Guns, body armor, balaclavas, IEDs. You guys are.
Oh, that's right.
Are ready to go. So
I thought
Don't we
about
have
something.
Claymores?
you have IEDs. There.
Yeah, we've got
I think-
both of them set up at
Yes,
the
you
entrance.
have IEDs. You have IEDs, and you have giant two-handed swords. Claymores.
For the record, I think that's a bad idea, but I'm not going to stop it. I think it's a very bad idea to have IEDs at the entrances of this house.
It's
Well,
called
keep in mind,
improvisation.
this is suburbia.
It's
literally
definitely
in the name.
improvisation. If nothing else, that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, like I said, and keep in mind, like this is suburbia. This is a cookie cutter house. Like I think the way I described it before, there's this house, and 3 houses down, there's a house just like it, and then 3 houses down, there's another house just like it. But
It
the
won't be
house
missed.
so there's plenty of replacement. That's the takeaway. There's plenty of replacement houses.
What you're saying, we can burn it down and nobody will notice. Just like nobody noticed the jackhammer noises coming from it.
Yeah, well, you guys have like directional microphones and stuff like that. Normally, you wouldn't have been able to hear that stuff.
Okay.
But because you had very specific equipment,
Fine.
you were able to. So if you're just like out on the street, like maybe you hear like the vaguest tiny little drone of something, but it's easily dismissed as something else.
TV.
But these houses are, there's probably like 5 to 10 meters between each house, if that. Like they're very close.
Approximately.
No, probably not that. Probably about 5 meters between each house.
I like that you're using meters. It pleases me greatly. Like things have changed since I left, and I like it. Also,
Pleases me great.
I realized that the one thing that I would have loved to have brought to this operation that I just don't think we could have procured in time is some sweet Caribbean voodoo tattoos. But that's probably a bit late, and we can't phone anybody.
Yeah,
for that right
you
now.
did observe on Agent Charlotte that she had some occultic markings on her that one of you had identified as that. They seem to be kind of like sigils of protection.
Nice.
Love me some of that right now.
How are the IEDs triggered? Remind me.
They have wires and a controller. You guys have a van that has a wireless signal jammer in it.
The jambulance.
The jambulance. That's right. You have the jambulance, but these IEDs have, I think, like 30 meters of wire, basically.
Well,
About,
now that I'm thinking about it,
100 feet.
if we are
Those of you.
accounting for the worst case scenario, maybe this isn't a bad idea. Worst case scenario being there's another clock working there.
And we have to get out.
Look, either it works and it goes to plan and it's awesome, or either one of us gets blown up.
That's
and
what I'm
it's
worried about.
hilarious.
That's fine.
That's what I'm worried about.
Well, that's the thing, is they're,
okay.
they're well, would they be omnidirectional? I'm thinking of this was like an anti-personnel IED. They probably wouldn't be omnidirectional. They probably have a 180-degree arcs. They probably are aimable vaguely in a direction. And all the shrapnel's on that side. Keep in mind, you still don't want to be right there next to it when it explodes.
Yeah.
Gotta protect your ears.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're stacked at the door, right? We have these set up. How many doors are there?
Oh,
this
look, this is actually a really good time to probably let me transition over here. There we go. This is actually probably a really good time. Take a peek over at roll 20, and I am going to drop this. And the reason I'm giving you this is because this is, like I said, these are cookie cutter houses. You would be able to, with little effort, to be able to find a floor plan for one of these houses. And again, the houses are not that big. It's like a ranch style home. So if you take a peek there at roll 20, you will see what we're dealing with.
Okay.
So
we've
as
got
you can see,
a
you've got a
setup at
front
the
door,
garage and the living room.
Yep, there's a front door at the garage, and then on the back side of the living room, there's like a sliding glass door into like a small backyard. So those are the two ways in and out.
One story, right?
One story, yes.
Joe, could you
And
mark out on the map where the giant impossible dimension of space would be sitting?
Oh shit! Yeah, let me. I forgot to put that on
that's
there.
just not marked out by these plans.
I'll put it when you see it, when you find it. I'll show
Okay,
it.
thanks.
I'm gonna add it on there later.
It's probably the kitchen.
I mean, it has to be in the kitchen, right?
So, is the plan, we have these IEDs set up at the front door, that goes in the living room, the garage, and we're gonna go in the back door?
Well,
I would.
here's my question to you guys. Like, if you're going to set these IDs up, like, who's going to be holding the trigger, and where's that person going to be at? Or are you just going to try to set these things up? And keep in mind, it's nighttime in suburbia, so it's a sleepy place right now. But that doesn't mean that people might not notice some guys in ski mask setting up wires across the street.
Yeah,
Just,
a good
just
thing.
saying.
that's them
back
too.
in
I don't
the
know
yard
what's
with
going
you
on with this.
Yeah.
The
I hold-
backyard would be the best option if we could.
To set the IED,
Yeah.
and then where will we go in?
The back.
We're gonna put an IED there. Once we go into the house.
Before we go in, set the idea up, go into the house, and then one of us stays back so they can trigger it.
Oh, okay.
Like if two
It's
of us
not a.
come running out.
It's not gonna trigger. Okay, sorry. I'm still in the Claymore situation, but we have to trigger it. Got it.
Well, yeah, like claymores have, like, traditional military claymores have the capacity to set up a tripwire, which goes off, but this does not have that. This is command detonated. It has like a clacker, like a little remote that you hold in your hand and hit. So
So at this point, I
it's
think
going to be really disappointing if there's not one of these monsters in here.
I'm gonna. It's gonna be great if there's just a woman in here and you guys are like, "Do it, do it, do it." You're just like,
I guess we gotta
literally.
roll her up.
and a house full
For all
of
this
cats.
trouble.
It's just she's just a sad woman who
bloodbath.
just lost her fiance's missing. She's sad and she's just adopting all of the cats.
Okay, so Benedict is going to pipe up and say, I know there's a lot of confusion about where to place these things, but I think we just put them down in some kind of, by the access. And if shit goes down, we try and suppress to buy ourselves some time, and somebody can then get back to the truck and blow them. Sounds good?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're placed at
Well-
every entrance.
Yeah. The
I'm
covered porch?
I'm gonna make this bigger again real quick. Or, like, remember that this suburb where it is on the backside is basically desert. That's between the suburb and a golf course.
Yeah, that's where the terrifying automatons go and run away. But there's no forest this
But
time. Nowhere
It's
to
a very
hide.
frolic. When you have to take your terrifying automaton outside and take it for a walk, you don't do that on the sidewalk.
No.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
So yeah.
I'm ready to get in here and figure out some shit.
Yep.
So you guys tell me the
So-
plan. Tell me where you are and specifically where this fucking bomb is going.
We only have one, right? One ID? Or do
We have two.
multiple? Two.
Oh,
Can we put them at both entrances?
there's
You
three
can,
entrances.
but you can go in through the garage. You can go to the front porch and the back porch. The garage door is currently closed. Oh, that's my mistake. There should not be an outside access through the garage. Ignore that little door over there on the side of the garage. There's only two.
There's just okay,
So-
gotcha.
Yeah. So back door, front door, garage door. Garage door is currently closed. Again, if you put an explosive at the front porch, you're not going to be able to run it all the way around the house.
So we have to put it at the front, but since we can't run it to the back, right? Is that what you're implying?
I think he
If
said
you're
the
going to
opposite.
be in the back, you can't run a bomb around to the front. If you're going to be in the
Okay.
front, you can't run one around to the back.
We're parking the van in the back then? Is this the plan?
I don't think so.
You guys could park on that access road behind and then have like a short jog to the back of the house.
Okay. Can we run the wire from the access road to the back of the house?
Not that far, but you can run it back that direction so that if you're leaving, you can trigger it on your way out.
I think that's the idea. This is an escape
Yeah.
route.
Yeah. Okay, yes.
All right.
Okay. So you're setting it up just like there in the backyard. Are you setting them both up, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay, this backyard's gonna get fucked if something comes out of the back of this house. That's
Damn
for sure.
Would be
Right.
glorious.
And those cats,
Okay.
they're not going to stand a chance.
Those cats won't see anything coming. They won't know what hit them. All right. So like the scene is like it's about midnight. You guys pull up around that access road that goes to the golf course. And actually, now that I look at it, you know what I think it might be? I think it might actually be a golf cart, like little road that connects the different golf courses. Like, because if you look at the map, I think it's literally a golf course trail that goes from one. So you guys drive down that just a touch and like pull off the road into one of these wadis, like into like the low spot between, like right off the road. You've got a good van, you got a good quality van, and you guys jump out. You guys jump out, balaclava's on, you guys are armed. Again, and this is actually per the rules of the game, you don't have to use your demolition skills to set up this explosive. It's made to be easy. Now, if you were to try to disarm it or set it up during combat, you would absolutely have to make a roll. But because you're not under pressure, set it up, you run the wires back a bit, back away where you feel like kind of like between the house and the van.
All right.
You guys can
While
do that,
they're
no
doing
problem.
it, just before we barge in here, I want to make a roll to just like see if I can get some idea of if there's anything at all going on inside the house, while these guys are setting up this this IED.
So you have your directional microphone, and if you want to get like right up on the back fence and like listen in while these two are like doing it, like I'll give you another alertness to see if you can hear anything else that you haven't heard.
Okay. Doing that now.
So you let me know what you get.
Failure. Oh, I did art. My bad.
Yeah, don't do art. That's not what this is.
Still a failure. 74 over 50.
Right.
Yeah, like you with the directional microphone, like you hear again the sound of like like a jackhammer or something heavy, some heavy piece of equipment like being used. Like it sounds like a crew is like laying in a gas line or something. Like it's heavy pounding. And you can't, if there was anything else there to hear, it's almost too much now that you're so close with this directional microphone, which is very powerful.
Should probably watch the knife show late at night.
The knife show?
Hank.
Oh,
Where
like
they
the show
sell
where
the
they sell knives?
Oh,
But
yeah,
they
I
sell
love
the
that
knife.
show. It's so funny when they cut themselves.
I imagine Benji saying this, but he's wearing a balaclava and he's got a shotgun strapped to his back and he's like pulling out the wire. Oh
Setting
yeah,
up
that's a
an
cool
IED.
show.
I love it when they cut themselves. It makes them bleed.
Hank, is there any pattern to the sounds? Can we time our entrance?
This was
That's
something
more
that
question
came
for
up.
Joe.
Well, this is something that came up last time. Like, since you guys knew that this sound is going on, you think that if you were to wait till you hear the sound, and you think especially once you get in the backyard, that shouldn't be a problem. You think if you wait for the noise, you think there's no way that anybody inside could hear you over the din of this noise.
Okay.
All right, fellas, let's stack the door.
So the plan, we're stacking up, we're going in, and we're going to try and extract. That's what we decided last time.
Yeah.
So if we just find her there, like black bag her, put her in the van.
And get out.
Yeah, sounds good.
In and out,
Okay.
No
lock and
stabbing.
load.
Okay.
No clockwork
Can I get
Benji.
monstrosities.
Can I get each of you on roll 20 up in the top left to select like the paintbrush and just like drop something, just drop like a dot that you can move around so that we can kind of see where you guys are within the building. Doesn't have to be exact. We're just going to use this to keep track
Shit.
of
God.
where everybody is. That's a huge line.
For everybody listening, there are now one little scrawny free-handed line, a straight green line, and one circle. We're really good at this.
We are.
Okay,
You're so
I got this.
professional. I'm gonna delete this pink line up here, okay? How about that?
It's my lifeline. You kill me.
All right, so these are your guys. So just put your guys all like back here, like toward the back of the house, if you would.
I thought the cover
was.
porch was the front. The back. Okay, the back's right here. Got it.
The back's back here. This is it, yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, you guys get up there. Every light in the place is on. Are you having trouble moving your thing?
I'll move.
You got to reselect the arrow, the arrow in the top left.
Yeah, I am.
Click circle. Pull up.
Yeah, I got you. I'll make another. I got you. You want to be pink? That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason
Gone
I
to the
can't select
rescue.
it either. I don't know what you've done.
Cool.
All right, so you guys stack up. Every light in the house is on, and like I said, this is a big glass door, like sliding glass doors. And they're like, there are two of you on one side, one of you on the other. It looks kind of like this, and the way you just guys have it. All of you can see, and there's a window right there by it. You always can look in, and what you're looking in on is the combination living room, dining room. And there's a kitchen there that's kind of separated by a low counter. The living room, you look in, and it doesn't look like the place is trashed. That was one of the big things with Barbas's house. It had this weird amalgamation of stuff, mechanical, and garbage and junk, and scrap metal and all this weird stuff. The room, it looks totally fine. But the one thing is there is the couch looks to have been pushed up against the wall. And as you guys, or everyone make me an alertness. Make me an alertness. Let's see what we pick up here.
Fail.
Let me know what you get.
Success from Hank. Success, Benji.
All right, Benji and Hank both. You see that the couch looks to have been pushed up against the wall, and there is on the carpet that you can make out, because I said every light's on, you make out that there is a trail of what looks like dirt that goes from the hallway that goes over to the master suite, and from there, and it goes into the living room, basically straight out the kitchen. It looks like someone with very dirty feet has been basically coming from the master bedroom directly out, and the couch has been pushed out of the way. Something else that you guys kind of notice, it's kind of weird, and we'll say that Benji notices it. On the doors, on all the doorknobs, or they don't have doorknobs, they have door handles. But on every one of the handle there is a little plastic strap tied to every one of the handles.
On the inside?
Yes. And let's see, that's Benji. We'll say Benji and Hank notice it. I believe. Does anyone have any medicine skill?
Oh God, no.
No.
Benedict
no.
probably has them at most.
Nope.
Well,
All right,
okay, I got 40 on. You said straight up medicine. No, okay. I was about to say
Yeah.
pharmacy, but
Actually, you know what? Because give me a luck roll for Hank and Benedict, not for Benji. I'm just thinking about this. Success for Benedict.
I'll just do D100.
Okay.
18.
Because you guys are a little bit older nowadays, and maybe you have been around other people who are a little older, you know that these traditionally are easy open straps for doors. They're typically for people who are disabled and have a hard time moving doors, especially if they're wheelchair bound, stuff like that.
Okay.
Was there?
Now we're gonna blow up a handicapped person.
I'm glad you can see where this is going.
You made us do this, Box.
Not only does she just a sad woman with cats, now she's also in a wheelchair.
We never had a choice.
What's the name of the little kid in A Christmas Story who needs
Timmy.
medicine? Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, and that's kind of weird. And you haven't seen anything about Ophelia Sitri being disabled, so
I think it goes without saying we have weapons drawn.
Yeah.
fair enough.
I'm not too worried about this.
Okay.
Famous last words.
Well, I meant
Yeah,
about
really.
her being disabled or some shit like that. I mean,
I'm more worried that it's the automaton that's
Yeah.
on wheels going from place to place with a tiny little hand attached to it, just pulling at this unnecessary strap.
got Ophelia's hand attached to it.
Somebody's excavating, like, I'm just picturing like Breaking Bad style. Somebody's excavating
Yeah.
this like labyrinth underneath the house, and I'm sure it'll be all
Alright,
right.
are we going in? I
Yeah,
think we need to
let's
go
go.
in.
I'm sure it'll be just fine.
I don't think there's anything weird going on. All right, Hank will go in first, and he'll be like 1, 2, 3. Not trying to be loud, but I figure we're kind
yeah.
of swift.
Well, and-
we're kind of swift about it.
Yeah. Well, you try the you wait for the sound to pick up, and you try the door, and the door is locked.
Damn it.
Blow up
So
the
we go home
IED.
then.
Just do it.
Uh,
I'm gonna say it doesn't take anything for either of you. Like, if you guys want to break this door or something and just wait for the noise, like, you could probably do it.
Yeah.
we can't try to pick it with craft.
Does anyone have craft lockpick?
I have lockpick actually. I have craft lockpick.
Do you?
Oh,
Yes.
Wow.
really
Oh wait,
convenient.
that was a downtime thing. Then absolutely, Hank.
Yeah.
Do I even have to roll?
There's
Oh, yeah.
there's Benedict with a flashbang about to like break this thing down.
Hold up.
I would
I think
say,
I know how to do this.
I would say like the locks on sliding doors are really typically really rudimentary, and you don't feel any time pressure necessarily. So make me a roll. I'm gonna say take a plus 40
Okay.
because you're also not worried about like you're like only doing the most.
Jesus.
barely
You see
success.
that?
Yeah.
I had to get under 80 and I got a 79.
Wow.
Good job.
Nice.
All right, Hank.
Just-
Hank, you hold a finger up and stop Benedict right before he's about to blast through the door. And then, what weapons do you guys have? Also, I think Benji has a shotgun. The other two of you have
Yeah.
rifles. Is that right?
Yes.
M4, yep.
Okay. Yeah, you Hank, you jimmy the door and it clicks open, and you wait for another one of those noises, and you slide it quietly to the side.
Damn, Hank,
Nice.
where'd you learn to do that?
It was in my backstory.
Flashback to like him sitting in the living room and with a bunch of his homeless sons, and they're like, "Yeah, so you want to put a little bit of tension on the tension wrench, and then you want to."
Wait, his homeless sons are criminals now?
at least one of them's probably dabbles.
They are.
So
grown
everyone who
men.
knows how to lockpick is a criminal now?
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Can we see anything in the room?
Well, like I said, like all it seems to be fairly just kind of open. There is like out of everything in this kind of in what you can see from the combined living room kitchen, there is like over by the couch is like a box that looks to have been kind of thrown over there, like discarded. That's the only thing that you see that seems to be really interesting.
Send you a look at the box. Is there anything in it? Any markings on it? Is it green?
Is there a triangle? Hold on, I'm trying to find
back.
something. Oh, there it is. So what you find is it is a large box that's like it's probably about like 3 feet long, and it's a pretty good size. And it's from the markings on it, you can tell that it was delivered on 2 August. And as you kind of, I imagine you go over there and maybe you take like the barrel of your shotgun and kind of just like ease the flap open. Mm-hmm. And as you do, you see that there's a bunch of broken pieces of a like coppery, bronzy metal. And it doesn't take much effort at all for you to look at these and realize that they look like looks like it's like a statue, like a broken kind of like a broken statue. But yeah. And like I said, there's like markings on, like, I don't know if you want to look into the box or like you want to go elsewhere in the house. Like, you tell me what you want to do.
Well, now that
I've seen this,
I'm gonna move our stuff, I guess, into the living room. Our circles denoting where we are.
I say let's keep moving.
Yeah. Can we tell where this the sound's coming from now?
yeah, you definitely hear the sound. It is coming from the master suite.
All right, I say we head that way, huh?
Yes.
All right, I kind of whisper to everybody. Hank will be, creep up to the door and sort of peek in.
What you rolling a D100 for?
Don't you worry about what I'm rolling a D100 for. So, you are, as you're doing
Benedict
this, you guys
is keeping an eye on the other direction.
Okay, good. As you're doing this, Benji is over there. He's got a shotgun. He lifts the flap of the cardboard box and sees this weird stuff. I imagine Hank is kind of like looking, is kind of motioning for the other two to come over and get ready to go. I mean, you guys aren't like a tactical team. Hank is. Hank is actually is a part of. He was like a SWAT kind of training. So he's like trying to direct you guys. Benedict, as you are going over there, and I imagine you're kind of like getting stacked up on the other side from Hank, out of the corner of your eye, you see, just for a second, you see, as you look up back into the kitchen, you see one of the cabinet doors closing. And it closes quietly. And then from around the corner, creeping out, having failed its stealth check, you see this.
Oh, hell no.
Holy shit.
Hell fucking no.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
No.
Jesus Christ.
No, don't want that.
It's coming towards us?
Is about, it's about 2 feet tall. It has this this cherubic little chubby kind of child's face with this harlequin masquerade mask over its eyes, but the rest of its body is all whirring gears and chains and straps, but it's almost imperceptibly quiet. Like you hear just the vaguest whir as it goes, and in its hand is a butcher knife.
Oh god. Okay, Benedict shouts out, guys, we need to go. Do we
Shoot
bug
it.
out? He looks at Hank.
If Hank sees it, he's gonna shoot it. We're gonna shoot this bitch.
Are we
if
shooting?
Hank sees-
Okay, so this is the moment right here. So it was going to get basically a surprise attack on you guys, but now that you guys have seen it and it is across the room, now we're just going to enter good old-fashioned combat. How about that?
Run away! Run away!
I love that there's no let's fight. Just nope.
Straight up, nope. Props to Arcdream. That
Some
thing
of us
is
have been stabbed in the throat.
creepy.
Dude.
Yeah, that's awful. Thank you. It's
Oh,
bedtime
actually,
for
we're
me
gonna-
after this, and I'm gonna go to sleep with that in my mind.
All right, so everyone. So let me get everyone's dexterity scores, please, if you'd be so kind.
12.
Hank is 17.
And Benji's 14.
Okay. Surprisingly enough, you guys all go first. Manage to go before this thing. So we have Hank, followed by Benji, followed by Benedict, followed by this monstrosity. So, Hank, it is your go. You know, Benedict.
Joe, music, creepier music.
Creepier music. You'll have to give me some time.
Okay, fine.
So, yeah. What do you
We have the theme to Goosebumps, the show.
Not legal.
Hank's just gonna shoot it, basically,
You're gonna fuck
with
it
his
up.
AR.
All right, fair. So you have an M4. All right, so yeah, go ahead and roll me that. Are you going to go full auto, or sorry, you going to go 3-round burst, or are you just going to
3-round burst.
just going to tap it?
Wait, what if it's friendly?
Sucks for looking like that.
I think that's a really good point. What if?
That's just jam on the knife. It was making a sandwich.
Strawberry jam.
It's a little cooking bot, and here we are, just about to open up. On
and
this
you
little
guys are
cooking
just
bot
gonna fuck this
that
thing
was
up.
sneaking up on us to give us a sneaky sandwich. Is that what you're saying?
Does it actually have
dude.
blood on the knife, or is that just flavor on the picture?
There's currently no blood on the knife.
I love how he says currently. Oh shit, it's the nightclub music. Let's do this.
All right, I'm gonna roll firearm. Right?
Yeah.
Failure. Fuck. Succeed 3 over at 50.
Were you going to? Oh well, no, you just failed. That's right. All right. So yeah, you. I would say you fire off, and you fire off a 3-round burst. It's a blah blah blah, and this thing is like, you know, I don't mean to freak you guys out, okay? But this thing just like
Sure.
whips around, and it's just like ducking and dodging, but of course it's just bending in all these completely wild ways.
Damn.
Yeah. So go ahead, and whoever's next, I believe it was Benji.
What's your firearms, John?
It's not great. 22.
Mine neither. What I'm thinking is we need to figure out how damageable this thing is before we go all out and blow it up with IEDs. But Hank has the best firearms out of all of us, and he just missed. I'm trying to figure out if it's worth it for Benji to try to shoot it. Got a 23 in firearms.
Benji's also got clockwork. I don't know if that would give some insight at this point. Caucasian clockwork.
That is not a bad point.
Can I do a Caucasian clockwork on this turn
Or
and
weak
also
spots.
do an action?
Let me look at something real quick.
Okay.
Uh,
So you guys
Just
see
see, like-
Benedict like fiddling with the flashbang, like nervously fiddling with it while Hank just fires off a deafeningly loud.
what do you want to
flurry of
use the
bullets.
skill to do?
Oh, shit. I just realized I don't have my computer charger. Okay. I want to see how susceptible it is to gunfire.
All right, roll me that Caucasian clockwork skill then.
Okay. Here we go.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a failure.
You don't
Okay,
know.
I'm just gonna shoot it. Shoot it with the shotgun. See what happens. Probably fail this too.
All right, you fire out with
Success.
shotgun.
2 under 23.
2 with success. All right, let me just look at something real quick. All right, go ahead, and you were firing a shotgun. Go ahead and make your damage roll. It's 2d8.
Nice. 15. I rolled.
Damn.
Wait a second. What did you roll?
2d8.
Holy shit.
Kills it.
That's a good roll.
An
All
amazing
right.
roll.
All right, hold on just a second. Let me
It breaks
get this.
apart into 12 little ones that all have tiny knives.
What is that? What is that old arcade game where you shoot the asteroids and they?
Yeah, exactly. Centipede or whatever.
Okay. All right. Let me pull back the old curtain here for a second, guys. This creature has a special feature called Small and Fast. Any ranged attack is at -20 versus its speed and size. But Benji rolled a 2 under 23,
Holy shit.
which means
That
he
is
still
actually
hits.
insane.
Threading the needle.
So for him, he had a 3% chance of hitting this thing.
Yes, that's
Wow.
crazy.
It has another
Oh, man.
feature called
Less than
metal.
that.
No.
This thing is called the Cherub. The Cherub is constructed from industrial metal and solid cast bronze. Every attack that hits it and rolls an odd number as its damage result inflicts only 1 damage. Oh wait, that's the damage result. Oh shit.
This isn't looking good.
You don't do 15 damage, I'm afraid.
What did you just say? What was this rule?
Because this thing
You
is
do 1
non-organic, instead of taking 15 damage, it takes 1.
Why?
Oh no. It's made of metal. Or bronze.
Made of metal. It's metal.
But what's the numbers behind that? Like what are you saying? Why is it 1? The rules?
Every attack that hits and rolls an odd number as its damage. You rolled a 15.
I'm not happy.
We'll do what?
We'll do 1 damage instead.
Okay,
Of the actual
so
number.
Benji like lines up his shot perfectly, down the sights, hits it square in the face, and it just like plinks off its metal faceplate. And Benji's like,
Fuck this, guys. We gotta blow this fucking thing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Benedict.
So again, while we're behind the veil here, flashbangs, are those, that's just gonna stun. There's no like actual damage or can I get, is there anything that Benedict would think of to be like, yeah, this is incendiary and incendiary is good against metal and we're gonna melt this bastard with a flashbang or 2, is what he's thinking in his head in this very moment of fear and terror.
I would say the problem is if you use a flashbang in this area, you're going to flashbang everybody. So there's that.
Yeah. Alright.
You tell me what you do.
Alright, I think Benedict, he looks over at the guys and says, are we sure we want to hang around for this? And he's kind of like pulling back his balaclava for his neck. Like,
Oh, hell no. Let's get out of here and blow this thing up.
Hank?
Hank's like, what's her name? Ophelia?
Ophelia Sitri, yeah.
He's like, we gotta get Ophelia. And that's all he says, I guess, since he doesn't have an action right now.
Oh god.
Benji's
And I
running
think
towards the
Benedict's-
door.
Yeah, Benedict he's gonna use this turn to like get everybody to shuffle out and retreat.
All right.
Try and make a dash for the car and get to those explosives.
So
get to
you're
the
gonna
explosive charge.
you're gonna run out. That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
All right.
Can
Okay.
I run out and take a shot? Probably not, yeah.
You can like make a move. You can move like about 3 feet, kind of toward the door. If you want to make it all the way out, you're just going to have to just move.
I think just move then.
Okay.
He's gonna dash for the car, and if everybody else is out at that time, then great. If they're not, well, that's just bad for them. There's a creepy little fucker with a knife. Taking you all out.
All right, so Benedict takes off towards the back. The sheriff. So now I'm going to say that Benedict is now. Could you please move your thing just like out to the outside? Your little marker there.
God, he made it out.
I'm gonna get a hold of my circle. I can't do it. For some reason now.
Sometimes you have to like drag like and draw a box around it to select it.
Behind the screen, when it was my turn just then and I was making that shotgun attack, I was like freaking out because I thought I left my computer charger in Memphis and I was on 10%. And just in that short amount of time, I watched it go from 10 to 8. And I'm like, fuck. And this is wild.
Real pressure.
You handled it great.
Yeah. That was intense.
Okay. So this thing is probably, I would say that Benji and Hank are now closer. I'm gonna say it's going to make a move up toward you two. Let's roll. Let's flip that coin. Let's see what happens. 15 below is Hank. Okay, he goes over to Benji. Benji, it's now standing directly in front of you.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
I imagine it's doing that thing like in the like the butcher knife like whirs like around in a circle like a buzzsaw.
Oh no.
Like as it's
And
coming
its head
toward
like
you.
twitches awkwardly. Left
Yeah,
and
but you
right.
know the face
Yeah.
just stays completely still. You know, as
I
it does
picture,
so.
I picture it moving like the nurses from Silent Hill. If y'all have ever seen
Yeah.
that, all twitchy.
Yeah. Very much so.
Okay, is
Okay.
it Benji's turn?
Was that its turn?
So yeah, it's
Close
back
the
up
gap,
to
that's
Hank.
its turn.
It's back up to Hank, yeah.
Okay.
Where is it?
It's right
It's
up
right up
to the
on
front.
Benji?
Let me move this guy. It's right up here next to old Benji.
Fuck.
Yeah, you guys are near the front porch, which might be an option.
Hank wants to just get like fucking Ophelia and force her out the door. But now this thing is like right up next to Benji. Can Hank do this number? He wants to scoot like right in front of the door and look at what's in the door, but also shoot at this thing. Like look what's in the master suite.
The door's closed. For you to like scoot over there and open it, it's going to suck up your move.
It's
or
closed.
Basically what you can do. Now, if you want to move over there and shoot and then open it next time, you could probably do that.
Yeah,
Move
so
in front of
if
the
you're-
door.
If you're gonna go try to get Ophelia, it would probably be smarter not to shoot it because then it's gonna clock you and go after you possibly. Whereas if you don't, we can maybe distract it, take it out to the IED.
Yeah, I'm just thinking Hank would be concerned for Benji's life.
Yeah, I think we have to play that. I don't think we can meta too
What
much.
does Hank do?
He's
What
gonna
does
shoot at
Hank
it
do?
again.
All right. I will tell you this, Hank, you being, if this was one of the other two, I wouldn't tell you this. But this is Hank. I think Hank knows better than to go 3-round burst with it right there up in Benji's grill. It's not a good idea.
He would go automatic.
No, I think he knows better than to do so.
You mean just to shoot at it in
Opposite of
general?
what he was.
Oh,
Yeah,
it doesn't have an auto. It has 3-round burst or single. Is what you're saying?
Actually, now that I look at it, I don't see anything on here about a kill radius for this weapon. Kill radius is used for larger weapons. No, you're fine. You can do a 3-round burst if you want.
All right, yeah.
Keep in mind, it's still
Benji will
really
get
hard
it.
to hit this thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm told.
Not good.
Failed.
It's a failure. 3 more rounds. Blam, blam, blam. Into the couch and shit that's all laid out there. Benji.
Going back door, okay.
All right, yeah, you can do that. There are no attacks of opportunity or anything like that in this system, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna say you can basically get up to the back door. You're not quite as far as... You're probably about as far as Benedict got. So you and Benedict are like right there next to each other. You guys are standing outside of the back, looking through the glass now at Hank, who's like there by the door.
Hank will cover you.
All right.
Well, it's Benedict's turn.
Yeah, no, he looks over at Benji.
No, he's totally fucked.
He's fucked.
He's done. Leave him.
He's done. Oh god, is it?
You have the space. If you want to try to attack this thing, it's going to be difficult. Unless you can come up with something else neat.
It's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. Hank just doesn't want to get out, and I think we're just gonna have.
I
to
do
try
want to
and-
get off, but I have a plan to get out that doesn't involve.
So do you have a plan to get off?
Get out.
It seems like a weird time.
It is strange. All right, I think he's gonna try with the heavy pistol and just try and hit this thing. There's like almost
have your
no
rifle.
chance at all, but there's. It looks like they're the same. Is there any benefit? 1d12 damage.
The M4 does a D12 as opposed to the heavy pistol, which is a D12. No, I suppose not. Although, didn't you guys get something installed on your pistols to make them a little better?
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
A red dot.
Yeah, you guys got like a red
Yeah.
dot or something on your that gave you
Heavy pistol.
a little bit of bonus.
Does he feel any calmer being, a little bit outside? Away from the crazy.
I don't
little
know what you're
creature?
getting at.
Like a steadier hand.
No.
Or feeling a little bit less in danger?
No. I see what you're doing.
Okay, so just a little red dot plus 20.
It was a good try. Yeah. So give yourself a... So it's just a flat check then. You don't have a negative 20. Because this thing is so
just flat.
little and fast. Yep, just raw.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it cancels out.
I'm with you. That's a failure.
Okay, it's failure. You
2%. Although, hold up. So what does that... Does it automatically do the calculation? What it was supposed to get
Yeah,
in the...
don't worry about the calculation.
Gotcha.
Because it's just flat, yeah. Well, what is your firearm skill? Is it less than 52? I assume it is.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So yeah, blam, blam. You fire, you miss this thing again. It's now this thing's turn. It is going to need to take a move to get up there to Hank. So it does.
Why is he coming for Hank? I mean, shit.
Because
Three
Hank's the
people.
closest.
That
Cherubs
how
are
this
not
works.
known for their weird intelligence. More stabby than
They're
smart.
very well known for their stabbiness, or they will be now, at least.
Oh no.
I'm never gonna look at one of those little statues the same. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Hank, it's your turn. This thing is kind
Please
of
don't
right
fuck
up.
me. Tell me this door's not locked.
Should be sitting there with a lockpick while this little thing is there with a
Please,
knife.
I love that from the DM. Please don't fuck me. No, it's not locked.
Hank busts in the door. Can he go in the door and lock it behind him?
Oh, lock it, yeah.
You know what? It's a bedroom.
Smart.
It would have a little turn lock, wouldn't it?
I would think so.
And one of your siblings is holding a knife.
I mean, it's not like-
it's
and
it's
in
just
reality-
like Tag as a kid, just like
And in reality, I mean, these. I don't think we're. It's like it's not like I'm moving, it's moving. It would be kind of like a simultaneous type thing on a turn, you know? Right?
Yeah, but the way it works is that because you have a higher dexterity, you're at an advantage. You know what? I'm gonna say because you're not moving very much. I would say if you had to move and do that, you wouldn't be able to do it. But you are right there. So you know what? Give him the juice.
Yeah, it's probably because there's one in here.
Give him the juice.
Joe's so excited because there's a bigger one in here. or some
20.
shit.
You get in there, you turn and look.
And they're all holding cats.
I imagine it's like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Like the bed is just full of them. Like they're all with blankets up to their necks.
Stacked.
No, you swing in and you slam the door behind you and just click. You just click the little thing closed. And you can see this thing. Like I'm gonna say that like right as you kind of just burst in, the big thing you're able to see is that like the rest of the house seemed pretty normal. Not the case in here. Shoved up against the walls alongside the master bed, the master bed. The big thing you notice is there's debris everywhere, like piles of dirt and rocks and concrete that are pushed up around. But that's all you have time to see. You are busy doing something else right now. Benji. Okay, yeah, you continue to book it. You're out there. Benedict. All right, your request has been noted. Benedict.
Benedict is gonna shout, "Hank, make for the window. We're gonna blow it. Get cover." And then he's also gonna book it for the truck.
In my mind, like 2 streets over, there's like a high school kid who's like dropping off his girlfriend, and they're like sitting in the car, like with the windows open. They're like making out, and she's like, "What?" She's like, "What is that?" And he's like, "No, it's nothing. It's nothing."
Turns up little red Corvette louder.
Yeah, yeah. He just turned.
The scrawny guy, like booking it for the truck.
Yeah, like, and they're like, you guys are running off the other direction, but they can just vague. They're like, "Did you hear someone screaming?" No, babe. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, turns music up louder. Yeah.
It's just the wind.
All right.
Right, so we make it back to the truck.
So this thing is you haven't made it all the way there, but I'm gonna say that you guys, because unless I am mistaken, like I hate to have to dig for the rules this hard, like while I'm fucking doing this. We don't have to talk about that. That's weird. I would say though that because I'm pretty sure that what you can do as far as actions that you can take, pretty sure you can move. So you can sprint. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that if you want to get, because there's a little back fence that you have to go over. If you just want to mount that fence and get over the back of it, you can do so and just this turn. If you want to mount that fence and get to the trigger, you're going to have to make a roll.
Joe, was this fence here before?
Yes, you climbed over it to get here.
Or did it just pop up? Okay, just checking.
I just didn't mention it because you weren't in combat.
No, I think he's going to try fly over that fence. Or just go straight through it, either way.
Benji has to do the same thing. I'm sorry. Benji and Benedict, if you both want to move, you need to make that choice. Are you going to make a roll to try to get over in a hurry and then, and then haul ass out to the remote? Or are you just going to go? Okay, give me your roll for Benji then. Like an athletics? What's Benji's athletics? Not great. He's an academic, you know.
He's running, smoking his vape, but he makes
Dude,
He succeeds.
Dude,
Powered
he does
by terror.
just powered by pure terror. Like Benedict, you were so surprised as like because I imagine you guys have like well, he has like the shotgun in one hand, but he does like that free running jump where he like just vaults it, one hand on the fence, the other with his shotgun, and just vaults the fence, and it's just fucking gone. Benedict, what would you like to do?
Are we now out of the blast radius?
You are not. You are currently still. Tell me how you want to get over this fence. What did you decide?
Okay. So I'm thinking as the character, he's a big guy.
He's
He's
big
not
guy.
confident about vaulting
You
fences,
can just
so he's
get
gonna
over. You can take the whole turn just to go over. No roll needed.
Yeah, I think he's gonna. It would be behind cover, I guess.
I would assume that the IED is placed in the backyard with the wire running like over the fence. I would say he'd be out of the shrapnel radius. You'd think it's not going to do his fucking hearing any good if he's
That's
right
fine.
there. Sorry.
He'll take the conservative one and he'll just make it over. He'll just try and make it over.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you'll just make it over, and I guess it's like, but you don't even know, like, you don't even have eyes on the cherub anymore. So,
Oh, can't we see through the fence?
well, it's like a 6 foot tall fence, you know.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm not from there.
Yeah,
no.
that's the way some.
None of us are, Jean. Well, none of us know what this shit is.
So- Probably, yeah. I'd say you could.
Okay.
All right. So Hank, you're on the other side of this door, and you see the doorknob shake as this thing is obviously pulling
Oh.
at this strap. Remember how Jean said that it's some weird thing that's pulling at the strap to try to open the
Oh,
doors?
it's a little baby access control.
Yeah.
Wow, what the hell?
So this thing is like, you
Bullshit.
feel it jangle, and you literally see the knife blade stab underneath the door. Like, and just like
Oh,
being
no.
like slicing back and forth.
This is like some Chucky shit, man.
Dude. And then it's like you just hear like like off into the house. If Benedict is looking over, you see it look like it's making its way toward the back door.
Oh god. Alright. He's gonna shout out, Benji, get ready!
Yeah. All right, Hank, it's your turn.
He is looking for Ophelia. What does this room look like? Is she in here?
All right, you turn and get a little bit more of a intense. Again, you are being very quick. You have to kick what looks like old, burnt up power tools out of the way. They're stacked all over the place. There's like big drills and stuff. There's a like big professional grade like air compressor like shoved into the corner, and as you come in, it starts running. It's like brrrr, and starts running and kicking up, and you see tubes like pneumatic air tube hoses running across the bedroom and into where the bathroom is supposed to be. It looks like, if you didn't know better, it looks like there's debris from the foundation of the entire, like maybe not the entire house, but there's debris everywhere. Where are you moving? What are you doing? That's what you see right here in the bedroom.
She's digging a hole in the bathroom, or someone is. That's what I'm thinking.
And
There's
also
something under.
that like dirt path, or like where the carpet's all dirty, goes into the bathroom.
She's got some fucking crazy shit going on in the goddamn bathroom, or someone does. Hank's not gonna fuck with that. he's gonna go for the, obviously making sure the door's closed, right, to the bathroom. And there's just shit everywhere in this room.
Roll me a luck roll, actually. Let's see about that one. As that one, maybe...
Success.
Ooh.
It's open.
Hank is kind of... He's doing this number. You see where he's kind of... Can he get, like, here?
I would
keep
say
an eye...
Are you trying to skirt around and like look in the bedroom or look in the bathroom, or are you trying to make it to the window?
I want to have a picture of both. That's why I'm right there. Like I want to be able to see out this window a little bit, but also making my way towards the window, but also trying to see what's in my line of sight to the bathroom.
All right, you make it over to the window, and if you chance a look outside, you might just barely catch Benedict like looking over the back of the fence. It looks like him and Benji have made their way out. You in the bathroom, as you kind of come around, you're like slicing the pie as you come around to the bathroom with your weapon drawn. You see that it looks like the bathtub has been broken up into pieces and pushed onto the side, stacked up on the sink, on the toilet. There's debris everywhere, and you see those, like wire, they're like construction lights. It's basically just like a long cord that has light bulbs every like 5 feet. You see one of those plugged in and like a big power strip going down into a giant hole where the bathtub used to be. But as you are doing this, and as you're looking, and you see the air hoses are running down into there, you see a figure come up out of the hole, pulling herself up into the bright fluorescent light of the bathroom. It is Ophelia Sitri.
Oh wow.
Her face is filthy. Her hair is like pulled back into a ponytail. She's wearing like basically just like a sports bra and like a pair of like looks like heavy like denim pants. She's sweating and she sees you. She comes up and into the bright light and she kind of sees you and she's like, "What the fuck?" And that's about all she gets out of her mouth in this moment.
Do we have mics to each other?
I think you would have walkie-talkies. I think that was something you had before. I think that was something you would have brought with you, being very tactically minded.
Hank's gonna be like, can he get off something in this movement? Like, he can't just move. Like, there has to be some action he can do too.
I would say, yeah, you can move and you could just like say or even shout, because they're not terribly far out the windows. You could say, "I've got her," or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like eyes on the target. Blow that
acquired.
other bitch up or something like that.
Something really tactical, really cool. I mean, well, Hank's a tactical guy, he's...
Yeah. Blow up that cherub-looking thing. I got eyes on the target.
When you say the words "eyes on the target," her eyes get kind of big, and you feel like she's like, "Uh-oh."
Whoops.
So it is now so that was Hank's turn. Benji. I think Benedict has eyes on the cherub. The cherub is about to make its way into the backyard, and you kind of got to wait for your moment.
Okay. Yeah. Not yet. Maybe start the engine.
Oh, you guys aren't anywhere near the fucking. You guys aren't anywhere near the fucking. What you call it? The van. You guys.
Oh, I thought we ran this to the van.
No, that's the van's further.
Sorry, that's
the
my
van's
bad.
further. You guys
That's
are at
my
the
bad.
trigger. You're good.
Got it.
Okay.
I even drew a little van on the map and everything.
Oh, did you?
That was in my imagination.
I didn't see it. Did you draw a tiny van?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you wait. You guys bide your time. It
Blow
doesn't
the
take
thing
any-
up.
The cherub
It's not there
runs
yet.
out. The cherub runs out, and it like gets down on all fours, and it's like, you know,
Oh my
as
No.
it's on its way out. It's still in
its
its
mouth.
hand.
Weird mouth.
It's just holding it between its teeth like a pirate. All right, it clambers out, and actually, let me look at something real quick. Okay, it clambers out, but it makes an immediate left, and as it
Bullshit,
looks
you
like
know
it's
that.
gonna head straight for the bedroom window.
Bullshit.
Now, but in that moment, I think that someone's gonna do something. Yeah, Benedict could just be like, now! You know, or
Get it! And he preps a flashbang as a contingency. He's got flashbang in the right hand. He's got a walkie-talkie in the left hand. He's like, no! Do it now!
okay. For better or for worse. Let's talk about the
Don't like how you
stats of
said
an
that, Joe.
IED. Let's talk about the stats.
Don't like how you said that.
Requires skill demolition, don't worry about that. Lethality, 15%. Kill radius, 10 meters. So, this thing's gonna basically blast out shrapnel. Would you be so kind as to roll a D100 for me, for Benji? He's the one doing it, so let's see it. Okay, so the way lethality works, we haven't had a lot of lethality situations. This is how lethality works. The lethality rating of this weapon is 15%. If you just scored below 15%, technically anything in that vicinity immediately dies. Right? But you didn't roll that. You rolled a 68. So what do we do in the meantime? Well, it's still a very powerful explosive, so we're going to add 6 and 8 together for a total of 14, which is not
Which is
an odd
even
number.
Right.
Oh, thank Lord.
So I imagine there's that moment like where Benedict I imagine like gets down and holds both of his ears, because Benedict, this thing's on
Yeah.
the other side of a wooden fence, and it explodes. In the cacophony of what happens next, things get a little bit hazy. You guys, the explosion goes off. Benedict is blasted back and basically onto his ass, holding his hand over both of his ears. Make me a Constitution check for Benedict, real quick. Let's see see how you do.
Success, 32 under 55.
Benedict,
take
you
it.
think a weaker man might have lost consciousness.
Ooh.
Damn.
And but you are going to take a little bit of damage just from being so close. You're going to take two damage. Some of the wood splinters and hit you. You've got your gear on. Actually, no, you have tactical gear. You do not take any damage from it.
Oh, sweet. But I feel the metal and little pieces of wood flying off my chest.
Yeah.
It feels like Superman in that moment,
Hank,
but he's not.
Benji, you shield your eyes and kind of, you're further enough away to avoid it. You see the wood fence in front of Benedict is now completely shredded. It's gone. And you see that all of the glass on the back of this house, every single pane has exploded into shrapnel itself as ball bearings and nuts and bolts all blow through the back of the house. You see this thing. You see it be blasted back against the wall, the cherub, and it appears to try to rend itself up. But as it tries to pick itself up to kind of jump back on its little mechanical feet, one of its legs just completely is in tatters and falls off. and then like it's just one thing after another as the whirring gears and belts inside this thing just all give way as it kind of shudders and judders down to the ground, still swinging the knife wildly. Hank, inside, the glass and the blinds are all blown out. You are, if it were not for the wall between you and the fact that you're wearing armor, and that you were warned before this happened and you were able to get down, you'd think that the master bed probably absorbed most of the shrapnel as the glass and the blinds blow out into the bedroom. And you, as you are standing there, you kind of come back up. You know, your ears are ringing. You were definitely on the receiving end of the explosion. Your ears are ringing as you kind of come back up, still with your weapon in hand, and you see that Ophelia Sitri has like dove down into the hole as dust is like flooding around the room, and she too is like slowly raising herself up with her eyes wide like a little meerkat, just whoop, as she kind of pulls her head out too and looks at you in a strange mix of terror and absolute murderous rage. And that is probably a good place to stop.
I can't believe that IAD worked in our favor. I cannot believe that
Totally
worked in our
worked.
favor.
It was a good plan.
Somewhere,
I did.
somewhere out in the desert, you guys don't know this. Oh, and by the way, that couple who is sitting there was just a fucking explosion 2 streets over. And she's like, what the fuck was that? And he's like, nah, babe, it's cool. It's cool. But out in the desert, far, far away from you guys, way out in the desert, there's a circle of trucks, and there's a single yellow and pink van. And there's like, and everyone's kind of sitting around a bonfire, and one of the men wearing an American flag bandana around his forehead hears something roll in the distance, and just a single tear rolls down Axel Armstrong's face.
Just doing donuts in the desert.
Well, they're like sitting around the fire now.
Axel Boomtown.
Axel Boomtown.
He knows when an explosion's gone off.
Yeah. All right, guys. Good job.
Yeah, I can't believe that went that smoothly.
That could have gotten nasty.
Could have.
That got stabby real quick.
I also want to. There's something I want to read to you too. If engaged in melee combat, any attack that misses the cherub inflicts half damage on its melee opponent instead, because like it like climbs up on you as it's attacking.
Oh no!
Yeah, I don't.
And this. No ways. We're not tactical.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the gold star has to go to Brad for locking the bedroom door.
Locking the door.
Dude.
I hope you jotted down your juice.
Yeah. You take your juice and you like it. Make sure you put that on your character sheet, by the way. Yeah. But guys.
Oh, I get juice.
Yeah, you do get juice. I
You
wasn't
got
joking.
juice for that little
I wasn't joking.
block.
I
Yeah.
played tag with my sister a lot, and she had a knife most times.
It shows.
The majority of the time. All right, but yeah, guys, that was good. I liked that a lot. Everyone listening, everyone watching, man, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. We love having you on our little adventure for crazy hijinks. This group has like when there's action, there is action for these guys, but I think them being so paranoid has really helped. If you enjoy what you're
I've
listening
learned.
to, what have you learned? Tell
Before
me.
you close off, Joe, what I've
Go ahead.
learned from this lesson is that if it takes us this long to open a door, there's shit on the other side of that door. That's what we best know. That's what we're carrying forward in the future.
That's the metagaming. That's the metagaming way, my friend. you know.
And also, if we'd opened the other side of that door, we would have got pounced on by a nasty little knife-wielding cherub statue.
Maybe.
And that would have been tickets.
Yeah. All right. But guys, thank you for joining us. If you want to join our community, head on over to Reddit. We're at r/greenboxgaming, no spaces. And there's links to all of our socials. Reddit and Twitter are where we post most things. You can follow us there. If you like what you listen to, you want to hear this a week early, or you just want to let us know that you appreciate us and help support us, man, consider going over to Patreon. It's on the it's linked in this episode down in the description. It's patreon.com/greenboxgaming_. It's on Reddit. It's on Twitter. It's only $3. We'd really appreciate it. It helps us a lot as we try to continue to do this, and maybe we'll get Jean an even better Lego, like a
mecha.
Yeah, like
Or
something
like
even
a tiny cherub. Tiny stabby cherub.
Yeah.
To hold my microphone.
We'll get him some connects.
Is that the
to hold his
actual, name of this thing?
Yeah, it is. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you very, very much. But besides that, guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
That was a good one. Now we've got something to deal with. Like, now you've got Sitri. I didn't know how this was going to work, guys. Like, I honestly didn't. But you guys, your paranoia paid off.
Joe, I think you set up 3 backup characters. So I think you had a hunch for how this was going to go.
Maybe. Yeah. But yeah. All right. If you're watching on Twitch, stand by. We're going to take a break. Or are we done, Jean?
We may be dunzos because I'm jet lagged as hell and I'm starting to feel it. But maybe we can regroup. Maybe no promises. Hang around for a little bit, but no promises.
We'll see what happens.
Not make it.
But if you're watching the VOD later, if you're listening, thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for next time. And remember, everyone, stay safe and stay sane. Bye.
Later.